Top gentlemen and ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to an updated version of custom cards. So, and yeah, so this is gonna be the updated version. So, yeah, so the yeah, so let's begin. And because we already did I know that I did the card for, but this is for the orichalcos one. There's two cards that I'll go over, so, or if I have time for adding a new one. So, this is called Friendship of the Orichalcos. I used this image to and I put little seal of orichalcos on top of her head. Because thing basically is like how Joey Wheeler was been too tired to duel again, and he got his soul taken. So I decided to make this card to represent what Miss Valentine's thing did. So, yeah. Friendship of the Orichalcos. It's a quick play spell card. You can activate this card from your hand. If your opponent, if your life points are 5,000 points or less, then you can special summon one orichalcos monster from anywhere to your field. Then you gain life points equal to that special summon monster's combined attack and defense points. So basically, if you had the courage to and to special summon, let's say, orichalcos Warhammer Titan, and you gain 4,500 attack or life points. But if you have a seal of orichalcos on the field, then both players' life points get set to 9,000 points. If your opponent activates a card effect or declares an attack while this card is in your graveyard or banish zone, quick effect, you can shuffle this card into your deck, negate it, banish it, no matter if it's unaffected by card effects. So basically, if example would be you dueling against Florentine Yugioh. You could just use this card, and you gain life points, and if you have a controlled seal of orichalcos. Yeah. So, yeah, that's one card. And the number 2 card that is the talking about Titans. This is the Orichalcos Titan Reaper. It's a Divine Beast fusion effect monster. It requires the 3 Orichalcos beast ones that I like to call them, or sealed monsters. And you can banish the fusion materials from your hand, deck, or field or graveyard to the banish zone. You do not have to use Polar's Mate or Fusion spell card. This card gains the fusion materials attack point or combined attack and defense. If this if this card is summoned this way, you can add 1 Orichalcos card or 1 seal card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent's life points. This card's effects cannot be negated by card effects, and this card can attack your opponent, or can attack twice per turn, or per battle. And if this card inflicts damage to your opponent's life points, you can shuffle 1 card from your graveyard or banish zone into your deck. The damage will be doubled. So basically, because I did my math, and he could only reach up to 9,000 attack and 3,500 defense. So if you double that, makes it 18,000. So basically, if Florentine Yugioh was watching this video, and imagine him adding this card to his deck. Basically, you banish the materials, like, bring him out, boom. And this card is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. You take no effect damage if this card is on your field. And all card effects from your opponent's opponent cannot be activated until this card leaves the field. You can only use this effect for once per turn. So basically how powerful this card is. Yeah. Let's see how long this video took. Well, so, yeah. This card is pretty broken, pretty busted. Because once you bring out him, he is your instant win card. Because you can add cards, you can and like inflict damage, a lot of damage to your opponent. And yeah. And that was today's cards. So I'm adding the third one. This run, if it's similar to Seal of Orichalcos, but your opponent has to neither player can leave this duel until one of them wins the duel match. If either player loses the duel, they lose their soul. This card's effects cannot be negated by card effects. and cannot be chained by card effects. And I added this addition, or after the, you can only use these effects for once per duel. If this card, or if a third player was watching this duel, their souls is trapped inside a card. So, yeah. So basically, it's a if you have the anime, or if you had the anime seal of orichalcos thing, the Florentine Yugioh version of it, or the anime, should I say, and you get and you get the basically a your opponent will get a double whammy because of field spell and the seal of orichalcos. Yeah. So you better not lose the duel. So yeah. And plus I'm also adding this one because I think I have enough time to do. Yeah. So orichalcos planets. Divine level 12 Divine Beast effect monster, or fusion effect monster. It requires the basically almost the 3 most powerfulest cards in the custom card community. Like, this card is broken, but you can, if you can see it, good job. You can banish the fusion materials without a fusion spell card from your deck or graveyard or field to the banish zone. If this card is summoned this way, you can select one monster on the field, except this card, equip that selected monster to this card. Then this card gains the monster's attack points, and defense, no matter if the equipped monster cannot be targeted or unaffected by. So basically, like, and if this card is attacked by your opponent's monster, you can banish the equipped monster and negate that attack, and then your opponent takes damage equal to the to the attacking monster's attack points. This card's unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Sorry. And this card cannot be attributed unless it's for a orichalcos monster or card. Once per turn, quick effect, you can pay 1,000 life points or 100 life points. Make this card attacks points become infinity. And then and if you do, then destroy all cards on your opponent's field. You take no damage evolving this card. So with each monster, I know this one is like the orichalcos version of relinquish. Hold on, give me a minute to find. And the Yugioh relinquish. This guy right here. There. Because his effect is basically you can ritual summon him, and you can with a ritual spell card, and if he was summoned, he can take one monster and add it to your hand. Yeah. So yeah. So then so this card is a orichalcos version of it. So here. Of this card. So yeah. But the Titan one is a pretty big boss monster. Like bigger than the other cards. And yeah. And I did my research of the Canyon Down spell card is because this is always going to be a question for myself. Because if you had this activated and you discard a card, but if you had a level 3 monster in your hand, you could. Because my first thought was it becomes level 0 and summoned, and yeah. And all water types, yeah. Thing is, I'm not going to play it with the water deck thing. Yeah. So, yeah. And so this is the end of the what if. So, yeah. And let me and no, I'm not French. It's just here. Got that one. Ready, set.
Name Kaya for Death and Tatsumi's child.
Kaya. Yeah. So, that was for the video that's before this video. So, I know that you're probably like watching this and yeah. So, I also made a synchro monster for the orichalcos one. And you could do it the normal way, or you could just like summon him out by using if you have a seal of orichalcos, and you can synchro summon this card without a tuner monster. If this card is summoned this way, you can select one. Yeah. Basically, you can bring out certain monsters to your field. Or certain cards to your hand. And plus, this card gains basically absorption effect. And without a cost to use it. So, pretty busted. And this card can attack all cards on the field. All of your opponent's cards' effects are negated until this card leaves the field. You take no damage or no battle damage evolving this card. You can only use this effect for once per turn. So with that much attack points, you can win basically any duel. Like you just straight up bam. You can inflict damage to your opponent. So yeah. So you might be wondering, why is there pictures of a monster food like Cookie Beast? Well, my friends, this is going to be I made an archetype called Multiverse Circus, and it is basically a clown versions of all these cards. Like this one can be like, if it's summoned, you can destroy one card on a field, no matter, and if you do, this card gains like that card's effects and yeah, like that stuff. This one is basically like turns all your opponents into food monsters, or because there's a lot of like the whole gimmick with the Multiverse Circus one is basically a cards that are you have to like basically clowning around and causing illusions to your opponent. Like there was one that was way back and a little bit more, a little bit right here. This, like these cards right here. There's a lot of like, you can take your opponent's monsters and turn them into like circus versions of them. And yeah. So we got this is the first monster of the archetype. It can searches out one of the other like circus monsters, except for this one. Special summons it and in attack mode, and yeah. Then you can, if you bring out a tuner monster like him, and you can and like basically I changed its effect before where it like summoned, if it was special summon, you can select one card on the field thing. But now it's the updated version was if you have a multiverse monster, then it gains, yeah. So basically this summons this, and most of these cards have that thing. So like you could have 3 monsters on your field. You can fusion summon. If you had a spell card, you could go into, and if you had 3 of these, or you could do XYZ with a tuner, and yeah, or taking monsters from your opponent's field to be like, yeah, all that stuff. And all that stuff. So, yeah. And if you guys want me to duel Florentine Yugioh, by using this deck or the mirror and match thing, like me using almost as similar cards to him, but but I still hold the promise. I hold the promise for a long time of me using my Power Monster deck. DECK. So, if he's up for it, it's okay. So, yeah. And some of these cards are pretty powerful, but they're just, like, some of them are just remix. As long as, like this one. This is called Maiden in the Multiverse Circus. She's a dark, level 4, 300 attack, 400 defense. And as long as this card remains face up on the field, in a face up attack mode, it is not destroyed as a battle. Put a Multiverse Circus counter on a monster that attacks this card. If it does, then you take control of it. And if this card is sent to the grave or banished by tribute or card effect, you can shuffle this card into the deck. You automatically activate one card directly from your deck or graveyard. From your deck or graveyard to your field. If this card or this card's effects cannot be negated by card effects or can't be chained by card effects. Too. So basically this is there's this one, I believe it's an anime card called Maiden. I can't spell it. Maiden. No, it's Maiden. It's in love card. This one is a darker version of her. Because the whole story behind hers is that the character, my custom character, was dueling against the user that used her. I think Blair. Yeah. That girl used Maiden in Love. As a in her first duel. So my character says, I really don't feel like attacking into her because she might have, or I know her effect and her. So he used, because it was a alternate timeline, like basically, so when he synchro summoned a monster, and he used the effect to take her and turned her into a darker version of herself. As everybody's like, whoa. Oh. He can do that? My card effect, as he says, my cards, some of them have that. It's basically moving her off to the side, or taking her to my field. And don't worry about her. You'll get her back. And because he used her monster, because it says is until the end of your next turn. So basically, yeah. So then he used his, like, he battled, oh no. And yeah, and reason why I made this custom card showdown thing, so yeah, and plus, yeah, so I was about to make maybe today or some time I'll probably make a like orichalcos version of her to make it easy for other monsters to like get dragged into it. So well, yeah. If you guys want me to do another custom card thing, and just ignore what just happened, like, yeah. So if you guys want me to do more of these custom cards things, because I'm thinking about doing it if I have time or space for it. So peace out, y'all. So yeah, peace out. Peace.